In today's video, we're going to talk about the new patch for Mortal Kombat 1 on the Switch. It's patch 1.19 and the game overall now comes in at a size of 42.3 gigabytes. Before we get to that though, you know what to do. The like button is feeling kind of lonely and would like some attention, so be a dear and hit that real quick. I've also got a link in the description to my Discord where you can join up and find other people to play MK1 on the Switch with. I'm also going to be doing some Takeda gameplay soon, so be on the lookout for that. But without further ado, let's get started with the video. If you were expecting major changes to the graphics, this is not going to be the patch for you. And like I've said before, I think the visuals that we have now are more than likely what the game's going to look like going forward on the Switch. You got to keep in mind that the Nintendo Switch is like 2 generations behind. That's why even Mortal Kombat 11 looks better on the Switch in some ways. There's just a lot more going on in Mortal Kombat 1 than there was in Mortal Kombat 11 in terms of all the processing, the graphics, etc. So the Switch is having a hard time keeping up. And also, it was ported by the same dev team that ported Mortal Kombat 11, so yeah. Now, there probably are changes to the graphics, but with this game, you know, it's one of those things where these changes, they happen bit by bit. So I'm going to have to do a bit of a deeper comparison in the coming days, but for example, if you watch my stage comparison video from a couple of weeks ago, you're going to notice a lot of changes that you probably never even knew happened, but they did. Alright, so in getting to it, the little pause during the intros, it does seem to be a little bit worse in this update than it was in the last patch, but it's only slightly longer. If it didn't bother you that much before, then this shouldn't really bother you either. And it looks like whenever you've got 2 Ferra cameos on screen at the same time in the character select menu, the resolution is going to nosedive. It doesn't do that with any other cameos. Even if you just have 1 Ferra cameo, the resolution drops noticeably, like dramatically, but even more so if there's 2 Ferra cameos, as you can see here. And is it just me, or do the character models in the character select menu load faster now? I could be wrong, but it definitely feels like they do. I'll be doing a frame rate test for this patch in the near future so we can know for sure. In the premium store, we've got some pretty cool stuff this season. We've got the 1995 movie skins for Reptile and Sub-Zero. I am going to be getting the Sub-Zero skin. In fact, I probably already played it in this video earlier. It appears though that the 95 movie skin for Scorpion was not included this season, but we know that he is going to be coming at some point because Ed Boon already showed him off on Twitter like a month ago. Maybe he'll show up when the premium store rotates. Hopefully. There's also some more ninja skins for Ermac and Rain, which a lot of people have been waiting for, so you're going to be seeing those online a lot. There is again a small selection of skins in the seasonal shop. Not very many characters have skins this time, just like in the last season. In previous seasons before the last season, pretty much every single character had skins, but it looks like they're going to be changing that going forward. So for this season, only a few characters have skins. We've got Draconian Hunger for Liu Kang, which is the one that showed up late in the story mode. Kung Lao's got a really cool one as well, and there are some Order of Darkness variations for Sub-Zero and Scorpion. As you can see here, Sub-Zero's 1995 movie skin has a clipping issue on the side of his face with his mask, and there's a strange coloring issue as well just before his texture loads. From what I've noticed today, the game disconnection bug in casual mode seems to be back with a vengeance. I tried a few matches in casual mode, and for the sake of transparency, I really only did like maybe 8 or 10 casual matches, but I had like 4 of them disconnected. In the last patch, the casual mode disconnections were pretty rare, so maybe they're still working on stuff in the back end, and if so, hopefully it gets fixed up soon. There's also a really strange bug going on with Liu Kang's trench coat palette in the intros and in the character select menu. This is really one of the more bizarre bugs that I've noticed when it comes to a character's attire, but you can see that his back it's all folded into itself after you select him, and it looks all weird during the intro to a match as well. I'm seeing in the comments that the Mortal Kombat 3 Scorpion skin still has some clipping issues. I don't have it myself, so I can't show you. Homelander's laser fatality now looks quite a bit better. There was some lighting issues in the original one where the lighting from the heat vision was supposed to darken gradually, but on the Switch version it just stayed on. There should be a comparison video here where you can see the texturing in his clothing also looks a lot better. The close-up of his face no longer has the weird lighting issue, and as a result it looks better, but it would look even better if his face showed more expressions, but maybe we'll get that in another patch. Again, I think the facial expressions go a long way to making the game look better. And just like at the beginning of the last season, when you go into Kombat League, you're going to notice that the KL graphic is not the correct size and it's off to the side instead of in the center where it's supposed to be. That's what happened last season as well, and they ended up issuing another patch that same day to fix it. So don't be surprised if we end up getting another small patch today. For the Shrine mode, we once again have only one skin, and it's for Kung Lao. It's a pretty cool Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 skin, so that's nice. But again, it is only one skin with a few variations to it, just like last season's with Quan Chi. There seems to be a new stage in Invasions. It's the Flesh Pit stage. I could be wrong though, like I've never actually finished Invasions mode in any of the seasons, so maybe this stage has been available before. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. There's a weird bug also with Takeda during one of his intros where sometimes during the close-up of his face, his mask disappears so you can see his scarred up face. It looks pretty cool actually, at least to me. At first I thought that that's how it was supposed to be, but then I saw a version of that intro on another console and I realized that that's not how it's supposed to be. Then when I played that intro again in another stage, it played correctly with this mask on, so that's cool. So sometimes the mask comes off and sometimes it doesn't. Here we can see Ferra cameo's Fatality on the Switch, and then followed up with a comparison to the PS5 version. So let me know in the comments down below what else you guys noticed, but for now that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you dudes enjoyed it. I will hopefully have a Takeda gameplay video up tomorrow. He's a pretty cool character, I cannot lie about that, and with all that being said, I am going to keep bringing you more combo videos, online matches, and video game news. I'm Switchplayed. Done.